is a video from eSkills Zone. For more videos, notes, and certificates, please visit www.eskillszone.com.
Hello and welcome. Hi viewers. Today in this video we will learn about read statement, GW basic programming language. So here you can see that this statement is actually reads values from the data statement and assigns them to corresponding variables. Now the syntax is, I'm going to type the syntax. First we'll type read, which is reserved word statement for use for statement read statement, and then command separated list of variables. Now we're going to learn the interpretation, the explanation of this language. The read statement is the complementary part of the data statement. So complementary means something which is so very compulsory and obligatory. So the read statement cannot be executed without the read data statement. So data statement is a complementary part of the read statement. The read and data statements are always used in conjunction. The read statement specifies a list of variables and reads the corresponding values for these variables from the list of constants specified in data statement. It means that the first variable in read statement is assigned the first value from the list of constants in data statement. The second variable is assigned the second value. The third variable is assigned the third value, and so on. However, we should be very careful about the type of the variables and constants in data statement. That is, a numeric variable must be assigned a numeric value and string variable must be assigned a string value. If the program tries to assign a string value to a numeric variable or vice versa, a type mismatch error will occur. A read statement are more variables in read statement than the read statement may read values from several data statements. If there are more variables in read statement, then the number of constants in data statement. Similarly, several read statements may read values from one data statement. If the number of variables in list of variables exceeds the number of elements in the data statements, an out of data message occur. If the number of variables specified is fewer than the number of elements in the data statements, subsequent read statements begin reading data at the first unread element. if there are no subsequent read statement, so the purpose of turning all this interpretation is that the number of the variables used with the read statement must match the number of variables declared in the data statement. So the both elements and the list of variables should match with each other. Otherwise, compiler generates an error like out of data message if the number of variables exceeds the number of elements, and if the number of variables specified is fewer than the number of the missing data message, subsequent read statement begin reading data at the first unread element. If there are no subsequent read statements, the extra data is ignored. So I'm gonna give an example. We're gonna type program over here to understand read and data statement. First we'll type line number 10. Here we'll type a remark, use rem statement, and type in this program one read statement reads data from 2 data statements. Then number 30 will again type rem and type this program calculates the parameter of a pentagon where a comma b comma c comma d and e are the lengths of the sides of pentagon. So here you can see that we have used first 5 lines 10, 20, 30 and 40, just 50, just for writing the remark which is shown at the top of the screen. So it is not, they are actually non-executable statements, so these statements will only be shown in the editor and will not be shown on the output screen because they are non-executable statements, and the interpreter of the GWPC program will actually ignore all these statements. It is just used for giving some comments and remarks. And line number 16, now the actual programming will start, and we will type read statement and type a comma b comma c comma d comma e comma p dollar. So we have used dollar with the p variable, which is a string variable, and at line number 70 we'll type parameter equal to a plus b plus c plus d plus e, and at line number 80 we will type print p dollar semicolon, which is used to show space. We put an equal to sign enclosed in double quotation marks. Since we need to show it on the screen, so we will enclose it in double quotation mark, then we'll put a semicolon which is used to give some space, and then we'll type parameter which is going to show the total of all 5 numbers. So at line number 90 we will type data, and we'll type 12 which will be stored in variable a, and then type 18 which will be stored in variable b, and then type 24 which will be stored in variable c. Likewise at line number 100 we will again type data statement. In here we will type 18 comma 35 and parameter which is used to give the total. So what will happen actually? This parameter will be stored over here in $P. So here you can see that $P is the sixth variable, which is string variable, so the parameter will be shown because the print statement is the only statement in this program which is going to show the result of this program. So here what is stored, you can see at the line that the sixth variable, you can see the order. First variable 12 will be stored in A, 18 will be stored in B, 24 will be stored in C, 18 will be stored in D, and 35 will be stored in E, and likewise the parameter, which is a string variable, will be stored in $P. So the result of the program like parameter space equal to sign space, and here the parameter, the variables values will be stored like this variable parameter, which is going to have and show the total of all these 5 values. So here we can see the output of the program. First we will save it, and if we type F2, then you can see that the parameter result is, so there is mistake in the name writing, so again we'll type it and we're going to save it with the name F4 key. We'll type F4 key and type data.bas, and now we'll load it, again type data.bas and type F2 key. So you can see that if we list this program, then there is an error. So we're gonna change the line number 8. We need to, so we will type edit 80. So here viewers, we can correct the name of this value, which is parameter should be, there was E missing in that, so there was a syntax error generated by the program, so we need to correct it. So we have corrected here by using the edit command and use the correct variable name. Now if we type a list, now you can see that the parameter spellings are correct. So if we press F2, so we are, now you can see the parameter is equal to 107. So there was a spelling mistake in that variable writing, so I've just corrected it. Now you can see the output of the program, which is 107. So this is how you can use the read and data statement by the combination of it, but please keep it in your mind that the type of the variable should match with the type of the data you're gonna assign to it, so that there should be no complication, no error while executing the program. So that's all for today. I hope you like my video for read and data statement learning in GW Basic Programming Language. And that's all. Thanks for watching.